It's summertime, and you may have some people in your house that you normally don't have in your house. Grandkids, nieces, nephews, cousins, whatever. Kids are out of school, and they might want to play a video game or an online game on your computer. And they're going to ask you, hey, can I play Roblox on your computer? And your answer probably should be no. Hi, I'm Woody Huffines. I own the Nerds to Go in McKinney in Frisco, Texas, and this is Tech for the Untechnical. Here lately, we've seen a bunch of infections on computers, in computers that usually aren't part of a population that we would think is part of the gaming demographic. Grandma comes in with her computer, and her computer's been hacked. She's got some kind of keylogger on it or some kind of bad virus. They've got these viruses that our scanning software finds that are really nasty. Sometimes we have to blow the computer away to make sure we get rid of it and recopy the data back onto it. And what we're finding is a lot of those viruses were found right after a grandkid was playing Roblox is a good example. It's an online game on her computer. So why is this a danger? Well, when you get a kid on a computer and they're playing these computer games have a lot of cool stuff that you can do to become a level 47 elf lord or a penitentiary ambassador to the Galactic Federation, or, well, there's a bunch of different games and they've got a bunch of different levels. And the kids want to get up higher in levels. They want to be a level 47 elf lord. And what happens is in these games, they have a chat window. So other users or other players of the game can send you a little message, like a text message in the context of the computer game. And you can taunt each other and make friends and talk and do these things. But on the internet, you don't ever know who it is that you're chatting with. And this has been a problem since the beginning of the computer world, that somebody can say they are a 14-year-old boy when they want to befriend you to play the game when they're really a computer hacker in the Ukraine or somebody that's got bad intent. And it's difficult when you're trying really hard to get leveled up in the game as a kid if somebody sends you a link that says, hey, I got a really cool weapon or a really cool skill or a really cool avatar or a whole bunch of different things that they're working for in the game, to say, man, click on this link and you can get to be a level 47 elf lord. And we've talked here about how the whole process of getting your computer infected and getting ransomware and getting all the bad things that happen on a computer are social engineering, where somebody's trying to get you to click on something that you shouldn't click on for your benefit. And it's difficult for a kid that's playing this video game that's been working for 2 hours to try to get to a level 47 elf lord. If somebody sends a link to them and says, here, click on this and I can help you out, that they don't click on that link. But when they click on that link, that's when you get hacked. That's when you get things put on your computer or things stolen from your computer. Or they put crypto mining software on your computer. We've seen some pretty nasty stuff in the last couple of weeks, month or so, where grandma has let grandchild play on the computer. It's not something as a non-technical person you think of. What's the harm in letting a kid play a video game on the computer? Well, the harm can be pretty significant if they click on the wrong thing that's presented to them by someone who's trying to befriend them and help them level up in the game. So generally, if they ask to play a video game on your computer and it's an online game, the answer probably should be no. Now, there's some things that you can do to make it safer, and I say safer, not safe, by putting a separate user profile in that doesn't have admin privileges, or maybe scheduling some time that they can play with just their friends and you know who's online and who they're playing with, and maybe some time spent discussing them with the dangers of clicking on links that someone sends you in that text message. But generically, it's very hard when you're trying to win a game not to hit that, yes, give me that extra life or give me that extra weapon. A lot of people of my generation got caught up in Candy Crush Saga and Farmville and all these other games that were on Facebook that had people asking their friends for extra lives and, hey, send me extra lives, do this, do that. So we've all kind of experienced it, or at least had people who experienced it. And it's much more difficult for a child or for a kid or for somebody who's into video gaming not to try for that next level or try for that next thing. If you need some help or you have some questions about why this is a bad idea or how you might be able to make it safer, give us a call at Nerds to Go and we can try to help you put together an environment that'll make it a little safer. But at the end of the day, maybe you ought to do what my grandmother used to do. She'd lock the doors. She'd put us outside, put a 5-gallon bucket of water, and say, "I'll see you at lunch." And she wouldn't come outside unless somebody was screaming, and if somebody wasn't bleeding when she came out, she'd whip everybody and tell y'all to get along. Okay, times have changed, and kids like video games. But the fact remains that these video games can be harmful to your computer if somebody clicks on something within the context of the video game that leads to a malicious website or downloads malicious software. So if the question is, can I play a video game on your computer? The answer probably should be no, especially if it's an online game. If you have some questions about how to configure these things, give us a call at Nerds to Go and we might be able to help you out to make it safer. Let us know if we can help. I'm Woody Huffines on the Nerds to Go in McKinney and Frisco, Texas. This is Tech for the Untechnical. If you find this information helpful, share it with your friends. Hit the subscribe button, mash the like button, leave me a comment, ask some questions, and we'll engage with you. Hey, y'all have a good 4th of July.